No, it's great. Honestly, it's great for building chemistry. Hopefully, we can get some even more reps in these last couple of games for the season. Um, yeah, I think it shows out there that we've been putting in the work throughout the year, and now getting to test that more and more during the game in the second half of the season is huge for us.
Darko has been emphasizing defense since the start of the season, and now the results are really starting to show. What is the biggest difference you've seen on that end of the floor from the start of the season? And I guess what allowed you guys to stick with it and continue to put in the work on that end even when the results weren't showing?
I mean, I think it's just a matter of playing a defensive style that's not usual for the NBA, and a lot of guys aren't used to it, like us included. So in the beginning, you're gonna, I don't know, not be on the same page as much as you're used to, maybe especially for us guys that have been around. You're gonna make mistakes because you're not used to being in these positions. But the idea is that we do it for long enough to where we get really comfortable in it, and then we can put the other team in uncomfortable situations. And I think that's starting to show. We're able to put a lot of pressure on guys and force them to make mistakes, and then that's awesome for us. And that gets us running, it gets us going on offense.
How do you guys know when you're out there? This might be a silly question, but how do you guys, when you're out there, know that it is clicking the way that it needs to click? Is it communication that guys are talking? Do you just notice that guys are in the right spots, at least compared to earlier in the year?
I don't know. I mean, I think everybody, like us on the court and people watching, can tell when something's working or not working. Like for us, the goal was to get there, and now we're nowhere close to being done, but I think we're on a good way. We're really showing that we can put in these stretches, put in really good work on defense and on offense. Teamwork is flowing over long periods of times, and now it's a matter of taking that to the next step, doing it against even better opponents, doing it over a whole season, and hopefully the results will follow.
Have you seen any common traits among the four rookies who played so much this year?
Any common traits? I mean, they're all really hardworking, and they're good guys. I think as far as play style goes, they're very different, individually, but it's cool to see how much time they're getting on the court together. Reminds me of my early times in the NBA. That was, I don't know. For me, there's always the best part of playing the game is being out there with the guys that you're putting work in all summer long. That you're trying to build those connections, and then being able to show it off in the game is obviously really cool.
A bit more of a general question, but you've had some great head coaches obviously in this league. What makes Darko unique as a coach?
I think his work ethic is incredible. And his passion for the sport and just us as a team and getting us better. It really shows, and he shows it off a lot as well. You can tell in practice during games, he's really adamant about what he wants this stuff to look like, and I think he has a very clear vision, and he's smart. I think he understands basketball really well. He understands modern basketball really well. For him to get that message across, it's been good for us, and like we said earlier, I think it's been showing.
You came here known for his player development. It's obviously something that he's passionate about and feels strongly about. Generally, it's easier for an assistant coach with the amount of time they have to dedicate time for that. How have you seen Darko especially in 2 years now, learn to manage his time and find ways to emphasize player development?
I mean, to be honest, I didn't know Darko a whole lot before he came here, so to me, he's always been more in that head coaching role. I didn't know the assistant coach or player development coach, Darko. So for me, it's just been a really natural development for him. Obviously, first time in a head coaching position, there's situations that are new to you, but it didn't really seem like that very often. He seemed pretty natural right from the beginning.
You mentioned how much you enjoyed those early years with the bench club. Does it feel kind of nostalgic to come back and be able to oversee sort of a new crop of guys in a similar stage of their career all coming up together on the bench together?
Yeah, I think those situations like tonight, when like to finish the game, we got 4 rookies out there that all kind of go through this stuff together. Until they do a bunch of stuff off the court together as well. Like that obviously brings back memories and like reminds me of those times, and it's fun to see for sure.